Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches and welcome back to my channel. So I'm at my studio, so if you hear the fan, the air conditioning, and the traffic, and also I noticed in my last video when I recorded here that my sink makes a lot of noise. So if you hear like a weird gurgling sound, that's the sink. And also my neighbor just started working outside the back door, so he's making a lot of noise. So yeah, sorry if this video has a lot of interruptions and noises. I can't really do anything about the traffic and my neighbor. I guess I can turn off the fan and the air conditioning, but then it's too hot in here to do anything, so I hope you understand. But yeah, so today I'm going to dye this fabric for my future Mirabilia start. This is Enchanted Mermaid. And I have a vague idea what I want to do, but I'm not sure if I could make it the way I want the fabric to look like, but we'll see. I'm just going to decide what to do as I go. But the first step is to wet the fabric, so I'm going to do that now. So the fabric is wet, but I forgot to say what this is. This is a 40 count Newcastle linen by Zweigart, and it's one of my favorites, and I just like to use 40 counts for my Mirabilias now. So yeah, I'm just going to scrunch it in places, but also fold like a fan, because I want the modeling to look like water or underwater because it's a mermaid. So I'm gonna just try different things with the fabric for different types of modeling. Okay, so I thought about it a little bit just now, and I think this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to first pleat the fabric in different directions and then dye it with these two colors. I'm going to mix teal and denim blue, and then I'm going to wash it depending on how dark the pattern is, and then do the scrunching method throughout the whole fabric with a lighter version of these two. So that it creates like a layer of patterns. I hope this works out, so I'm just going to try the pleating first, and then I'll come back and show you what this looks like. So I just finished folding the fabric, and I just looked it up online, and it's called shibori, or the Arashi Method, and you're supposed to fold it and pleat it and then wrap this around like a big pole, but I don't have anything like that, so I'm just going to somehow fake it, and hopefully it'll create like the same pattern. But yeah, so I'm going to make my dye now and dunk this whole thing into the dye. So this is what it looks like right now, and I used some rubber bands to hold the folding in place, and I didn't do that here because the stitching is gonna go in the middle anyways. And I have my dye ready. So this is teal and denim blue mixed, so I'm just going to put this whole thing in here. And I didn't put in coffee in here, but I think I might because it seems a little too bright in color, so I'm going to do that right now. So I actually added more coffee and more of the dye into the dye bath and made it a little darker. So this is what it looks like right now. And I think this is pretty soaked and I still want some white in there, so I just took it out, and I think I'm just going to keep this in here for maybe 20 minutes to help the color to set, and then I'm going to wash it under cold water. So I'll come back when I do that. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it looks really cool, and I think this is gonna look really good on here. But the only thing that I don't like about this right now is that because I only folded this section and this section here, that it's too symmetrical. So it looks like a tire mark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to scrunch it up in certain places like this and try to make the symmetricalness of this pattern less visible. I don't want to cover up the whole pleating modeling. I want to keep some of that, so I'm just going to scrunch it up only in certain places and put this back in the dye and see how that turns out. So I tied the fabric in 3 different places, here, here, and over here, and I made another batch of dye with more teal in it and more coffee, so it's a little bit more greener, but I'm just going to pour this whole thing and see what that looks like. And I'm just going to flip this. So I'm going to keep this in here for another 15 to 20 minutes. So this is the final fabric, and I think I'm really happy with it. I was trying something different this time and I was a little nervous, but I think it turned out the way I wanted. So yeah, I need to wait until this dries and iron it to see what it really looks like. But I think this will look really good on this. So really happy with how this turned out. So I'm gonna go home and iron this and show you what this looks like. So it's the next morning and this is the fabric dry and ironed, and I'm actually really happy with the way this turned out. Yesterday at the studio I was just like, it's not perfect but it's not bad either, it's close to what I wanted. But looking at it this morning, I'm super happy with how this turned out. So I'll add some videos here because I can't get my phone high enough to show you the whole fabric. But yeah, I think this is going to look better once the stitching is on here. So with this I was going for like a water or like water rippling effect. That's why I wanted to use the folding method or the Arashi method. There's a lot of tutorials online, so if you want to check it out, just type in Arashi method. I think I watched 4 or 5 different ones and it really helped, and I really liked how it created these lines. But yeah, one of the things that I didn't like was how the pattern was too symmetrical on my fabric, and that's because I only pleated the edge of the fabric, and that was my fault. But the reason why I did that was because I didn't really care about the middle because the mermaid was gonna go there, and that was one of the mistakes because now I had these two columns on each side of the pattern or the fabric. So, but because I'm stitching this on a 40 count, I have more room to move around in the fabric. I think I can work around it. So if I place the stitching not exactly in the middle, maybe a little askew to the left, but making sure that I have enough margin for framing later, I think I can make it work and make it look like the modeling is only concentrated on one side of the fabric. Yeah, it was really interesting and fun to try out different methods of fabric dyeing. There's so many different ways to fold and tie the fabric to get different modeling. So this was really fun and really happy with the results too. So I still have another piece of this 40 count Newcastle linen, so I might try something different with that one next month. So I think I'm going to start this next month, but probably mid-August. So yeah, I guess this is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Sorry if this video had a lot of noises. There's also construction going on in our apartment complex. So yeah, they're doing the pavement, but they also rebricking the sidewalks. So yeah, it's going to be quite loud the next few days. Sorry, I had to stop for a second because it was getting too loud. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions or things that you want me to try out. I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas. So yeah, I'm going to end this now. I hope you're getting a lot of stitching done, and I'll see you in another video. Thank you for watching. Bye.